What is up, everyone? And we are back with part 2. I didn't want to make this a part 2, especially with, bring any more attention to this, but let's go ahead and get right into it. So, we are at the point where she is basically, from what I gather, we're not going to play all this because it is way too long, but you'll get a grasp of what's going on by... Okay, so basically what it boils down to is Amy was nice enough. Amy's life journey and Angry Lee, that's, you can tell by the title, we're back on part 2, getting right, to it. But check out part 1 if you haven't, and then that'll be a recap where we're at. So, I really didn't want to display these messages, but they're out there, and it really kind of gives you, the reason why I want to show them is it gives you a perspective of Amy was trying to be nice, replied back. This has been going on, these messages start, I think it said August 3rd that we're not going to go through them all because it's just... Amy actually is like, hey, trying to be nice, help the lady out. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into it. And you'll hear. So I really didn't want to show these shots, but they're everywhere already. So it's just why I'm showing them. It kind of helps you get a headset and a mindset to... Basically, this lady is feeling that if Amy doesn't give her the attention that she wants, she says she's going to expose her. Now, she called Amy a BI a couple times in the video, so I had to skip through that. And, there's many parts where she's like, don't be a two-faced BI. I'm going to expose you. Like I said in the first one, I'm not a fan of Amy, but this is getting to be, a bit much. Even like I said, I don't stand by the things Amy does or has done, or, the situation we covered in the first Amy video about the situation. Go check my video out if you don't want to mean by there. So this is Instagram messages, back and forth banter, and this will give you an idea, like I said, of where the mindset is here. From what I get, it's kind of, if you ignore me, I'm going to expose you. If you don't message me right away, first off, I'm not, defending Amy. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Amy, but Amy does have a family and, all that. So it's like kind of like this lady's like, you better respond to me right now or else, let's just get to it, and it'll give you an idea. Like I said, I didn't want to display these messages, but they're already out there. But let's go ahead and get at it.
20.
She's playing the music in the background, as I mentioned in the first video. I don't like when people play music while they talk. It throws me off, but it is her music playing, just so you know.
5:31 p.m. Hi, Amy. I'm sure you know who I am by this point, and if not, my name is Angey.
And it's a little glary, and the messages are so short, but we're just, like I said, literally, we're trying to... Hold on, we're caught on something. We just are really listening to this. Like I said, we're not going to go through all the messages. And I did have skip through where the Angry Lee is talking because of the language and stuff. But, like I said, it's going to be a bit glary, but literally, we just want to hear what is going. So, she's reading her messages back and forth with Amy. So, you'll be able to tell who's who.
I do videos on YouTube. I do a lot of videos on you. I think you've seen some, if not all of them, but I could be wrong. If you haven't, please check into them and let me know. Am I being mean to you? Am I hurting you by making these videos?
This is Angie's part.
The last few days I have been very aggressively bullied on Twitter, and a lot of their reasoning is because I make commentary videos of you. I really don't believe that they are mean in what I say in them, but if I am wrong, please let me know. I never want to do to you or anyone what they are doing to me. August 7th, 10:41 a.m.
So like I said, that was August 3rd, this is August 7th. So first off, let me just say right here that you are bringing this... Angey, you are bringing this to yourself. If you stir the pot, you're going to call the people, and it seems like every time you've done this, as we went back a couple months back, you want to stir the pot, and then you want to call bully and trolling when things don't go your way, when it starts drawing negative attention. If you stir the pot, you will bring people to the yard, to the playground, if you feel me.
I gave you a chance. Silence to me means you don't care. Am I wrong? August 7th, 12:37 p.m. Because I'm thinking maybe we can chat together in private and talk about changing the direction. Instead of reacting, maybe we can collaborate. It might help both our channels. I'm not really a mean person, and I'm not...
Can we collaborate, change the direction of both of our channels? First off, this lady has 813 subs, and no, I'm not one of those people, I've mentioned this before, I don't view people on their sub count. I'm a small channel, yes I know, before you come for me. You've got a channel here that's 813 people talking to a channel that's 6K and up. You made reactions on Amy. What would it benefit her? First off, like I said, I would never collaborate with somebody that's talked BS about me. Second off, Amy doesn't, she said she's trying, and like I said, I'm not sticking up for Amy or co-signing here, but Amy, what would it have to do with her changing her channel? You're in charge of your own channel. Change it for the different direction. I would say to you, as opinion, I would do your true crime stuff. I would do, if you don't want all the action that you're getting, the negative action, then I would stray away from stirring the pot, like I said. But what would Amy want to change her channel? That's crazy to me. I'm sorry. And no, I'm not calling her crazy. I'm saying the situation is crazy.
Crazy. I've also been wondering if you were able to make pineapple keychains. She replies, 5:10 p.m. Hi, Angey. So I didn't see this message till just now. I had no idea all this drama was going on till like 2 days ago. Someone brought it to my attention. So this is my response to your message. As an adult, I have choices, and with my choices come actions. Some actions can be taken wrong. Some can be understood. My 2 years on YouTube, I have been through the good, bad, and ugly. And yet again, you as an individual have a choice how you're going to act on it. To be honest, and I have said it before and I'll repeat myself, I don't care if people are going to make reaction videos about me and my channel. No, I have not sat and watched your channel, and to be honest, I won't. That's where it becomes my choice, and I won't allow myself to allow others' opinions of me to dictate who or how I am. Angey, if you feel comfortable with yourself and you can say in a mirror, I wouldn't mind if others did this to me, then that's all that matters. I can't tell you what to do, nor would I want to. You're an adult. And you can make that choice for yourself. I do ask that you refrain from talking about my children. They're off limits 100%. And that's the only way anyone will get a strike from me. This is YouTube. It's something that should be used as a fun way to meet others from around the world. And that's it. But I think too many people have stuck their noses where they don't belong and try to dictate others' lives in every aspect, and that's too bad. Now, about the collaboration you had mentioned in your message, I will pass on that. Not to be rude, but you can't mix channels that are completely different and have different values to become one and it work out. I appreciate you coming to me and letting me know what has been going on, because like I mentioned, I don't keep up with that type of content. And when it comes to the keychain, I think I'm going to pass on creating that. I think it's probably a good thing to just keep our distance, keep our channels away from each other. You do you, and I will do me. Take care. I replied at 7:59 p.m. Thanks for replying, Amy. I really appreciate that. Though I do videos on your videos, I don't take 100 of your videos and repost like you've been told, and I'm not a mean person. If you've seen my videos, which I was told you had, but obviously no one knows what they're talking about, I'm not mean to you. I try to give advice. I suggested a long time ago that you could use a walker and cheered you when you did. I have a large group of followers that wants me to keep...
First off, she's not getting the message here. Amy handled that, I will say for Amy handled that very well, very respectedly. No, I think I'll pass, to the point. And it's just like, here we go again. She's not getting the message. Angry Angey Lee is not getting the message. She was trying to be nice and said, you know, I want to pass. I think let's keep this up. And most definitely, like I said, what would be the point of collaborating? And I think this Angey chick is really wanting to grow on YouTube, and things aren't going on her way. After she's had it out with a couple people, things have really not went her way, and it's just not what she wants. I think she wants all these subscribers overnight. She wants all these views, and it's just not going her way. So therefore, she stirs the pot. And like I said, this will be the last video. Let's listen to 2 more minutes of this, and then we're going to hear a little bit what Amy has to say, because if you know anything about Amy will go and go and go and go. So we're going to try and make this short. Let's listen to 2 more minutes, listen to her reply, and then that's that.
My videos on you going, but honestly, I never intended to keep doing videos on you, and I'm sorry that I did. I don't really talk much about your kids. I think they're adorable. In my videos, I often speak on the similarities that we have in our past. There are a lot. Your miscarriage video, where you showed your box, I cried with you. I understand, though, and I really appreciate your reply. Take care, Amy. On August 13th, at 12:10 a.m. Hey, Angie, I know that I messaged you and told you that I'm totally fine with you making videos off of my videos, and I would not strike your channel, but do not bring my kids into it. Tonight I was sent a video that you posted up, and it had my children in. I'm in it. I'm asking you right now to please take off any video on your channel with my children in it, or I'll have to go on and strike your channel. I don't want to see you lose your channel over something that could be fixed, but I have also asked you nicely not to have my children on your channel. Just like you have made videos about not appreciating people bringing your child into situations, it's the same with me. I'd appreciate it if you would not bring my children into any of this.
As soon as we hear Angie's reply, we'll move on. But this is when I think that, like I said, she wasn't getting the response from Amy a couple months ago, because these are from August. She wasn't getting the response that she wanted. So that's when she started the videos back up, felt some sort of way, and that's when Amy was like, hey, told you to leave, you know, out of it. And let's hear her response and we'll move on. I know this is a lot.
I have made the video private for now. She replied, well, I would appreciate if you would remove all videos that have my underage children in them. I gave you rights, Angie, to play around with my content with no copy striking, which I could if I wanted to. Actually, you couldn't. But I have chosen not to. But when it comes to my kids, they're off limits, and I will stand my ground on that. Let's not go down the dark road of this. I really don't want to. And to be honest, I don't want you to lose your channel, so please just work with me, or I'll be forced to go further, and that's not what I want. I replied, give me time, please. 4:44 a.m.
I would say out of the 4 horsewomen, Amy is probably, I'll give her that. You know, we know how Jen feels, we know how Chantel feels, we know how Amber feels. I would say that she's, you know, given this lady a chance. I've made Amy videos. She's never came at me, and I would say at least she takes the critique. I'll give her that. Like I said, this isn't, I still feel the same way about Amy, but she tried to give the lady a heads up. Like, let's listen to her response back, and then we'll move on.
The video, I got up out of bed to do this. The videos are all off my channel for now. Though I know that you are not able to copy strike me regardless of if I left them up or not, as they do fall under fair use guidelines regardless of what you've been told, and it is your job to keep your kids offline, not mine. The footage I got was off your channel. If you don't want your videos being done of your kids, remove them. On August 13th, 2:05 p.m., she replies, actually, the new guidelines from YouTube do not have the right... from YouTube, you do not have the right to put my children on your channel. They're not your children, and I do not give permission. I appreciate you taking the videos down, and I will not go any further with contacting YouTube. But if I do notice that you start putting videos back up of my children, I will be forced to have to go that route. Like I said in my last message, you don't like how people talk about your child. I don't like people talking about my child or my children. It goes both ways. You can't play a victim on one side and be the perpetrator on the other side. If you...
Alright, so yeah, so I'm not going to play, it's 17 minutes and 2 seconds of banter messages, her calling Amy names. I'm not going to put that on here. Let's take a gander over to Amy, see how she responds. Like I said, we're not going to, you know, listen to the whole thing, but, yeah, it's 21 minutes and 52 seconds. Let's,
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Thank you for
Internet.
today's video. I greatly appreciate it.
So, Amy's got her like to dislike ratio. We've got 161 thumbs up and 156 thumbs down. It has been a minute since the tables have turned. Not by much, but a little bit. So, let's go ahead and get into it. So everybody's pretty much on Amy's side for, you know, for this. So, all right.
Today's video, I'm just going to quickly jump right into it. I was tagged in a video.
If you're new to my channel, this is Amy's life journey.
But I did not see it because I am actually spending a little bit of time with my hubby because he's actually going to be working the next 10 days straight. Have been negative about her about me on her channel.
She's talking about Angey.
She mainly did mostly all, I guess you'd call reaction channel videos about my channel and calling me out on what she felt was me lying or what she felt I wasn't doing enough of. Basically pointing out her opinion towards me and my channel. That's what a reaction channel is basing your opinion off of what you feel.
Okay, it's like it didn't look like the words were
is doing. I respect people in their opinion, even if it's a negative opinion. I don't really respect bullying, and I don't respect, you know, just being completely negative rather than being opinionated is one thing, but being completely negative Nancy and bullying somebody, that's a total different thing. I chose not to address Angey for multiple reasons. Angey has gone as far as doxing my address. She has, you know, and yes, I will put it right out there. Yes, I have had stated my address on the internet. My address was stated on my website before I canceled out my website. There are things that had my address on it. However, I didn't go out and just directly put my address. Angey has doxed the picture of my home and my neighborhood around my home. She has doxed pictures of the backyard of my house to the front yard of my house to the vehicle that was sitting in front of my house, which is the vehicle that was totaled in a car accident. Anyway, so there was a lot of things going on behind the scenes and in front scenes with Angey that I chose not to dibble-dabble with her and her channel. I chose to stay silent, and basically I chose to let her fight whatever she was fighting, whatever she was wanting to put out there. I was letting her do it because, you know what, at the end of the day, sometimes you have to let people bury themselves. And sometimes silence is what kills more than fighting back or trying to prove a point or whatever. Dated myself or put out there at one point or another to people. Things happen on her channel. Now, mind you, I have not sat and watched her entire channel.
It takes Amy a lot to get to it, Amy.
Ultimately, I don't really go to reaction channels to really watch reaction channels, especially when they're going to be about me. What is the point? Because you're going to sit and watch something that's going to piss you off and make you want to retaliate back another video, and it's not mentally healthy, nor is it healthy just to be pissed off. So, you know, I chose for myself to stay away from her channel. However, there were people that were coming into my channel, sending me things like, wow, I can't believe she said this, I can't believe she posted this. So, of course, curiosity kills the cat. I went and I was like...
Time out. And I guess that Angey has a doll. This is just all hearsay. This is only things I've heard in the community. I guess that Angey has a doll that she made of Amy, or I don't know, calls it her Amy doll. Don't quote me. Let me know if you know about it. But that's just taking it. That is taking it. That's not funny. That's just taking it way too far. You know, that's just a bit much. We're going to listen to another second here, and then we'll...
I gotta see what people are talking about. So
hold on.
YouTube, Facebook, wherever, I don't know. Like I said, I barely caught the end of some of it, but I don't know all of it. And so I think she started to realize, like, damn, now I understand kind of how people probably feel with me doing this to them. Now, this is, again, I never called her out, never stated anything, never asked her to quit making videos about me, because, again, like I said, I could care less. I have lots of, reaction channels that react after me, and honestly, like I've said before, go for it. You know, if it's going to help you sleep at night, then do it. I mean, I'm not here to tell you not to do it. So I never reached out and told her anything, but I seen her start to kind of go into a desperation, I guess you would say, where she started desperately posting videos on her channel, trying to get people to believe her and to outview the people that were lying and all of that. Whether that worked or not, I don't know. Again, like I said, I don't follow her enough to know much about that. But what I do know is that caused her to open her eyes a little bit, because then her channel started turning into a very negative channel. A lot of drama started drawing up around her channel. She had a lot of people that were bullying her on her channel, making, comments that were necessarily probably not the nicest, I'm sure. I mean, we all get it, but,
All right, let's
welcome to the world
skip
of,
a little ways.
when you open the door.
Like Amy, I
Because
said,
if anybody knows me,
when you open the door to...
I don't respond negative very nicely, and then there was a few more messages that were responded back and forth, and basically, I told her, because she was saying how, she is tired of her channel being negative, and I said, well, you have to run your channel the way you want things to navigate to it. If you're going to run your channel with drama and things like that, then that's what's going to come to your channel. I have a lot of drama around my channel, partly because of things that I've done in the past, but then there are things that people just continue to keep drawing on that are pure lies, that are not true, and those are the flies. That's what I call them. They are the flies that will never go away. They will always be there.
So anyways, alright, like I said, it takes a lot out of me to watch Amy, but you guys get the drift. So, this is what I have to say. Angey, my message to you would be, Amy has specifically said she does not want to have ties with you. She does not want to collaborate with you. She thinks that you should be two different entities, and I think that is probably a good idea as well. Second, Angey, I would also tell you that bringing your friends into internet drama, people do not know them, they are your friends. People do not have ties with them, they do not have relationships. Simply, they see somebody and they don't care as a friend, like them, like you do. So, are they worried about hurting somebody's feelings? Absolutely not, because that's somebody that they don't have ties with, they don't know. So, however you got this James friend of yours or your other friend, whatever, I would say leave them out of the drama. I think it's not a good look. I think it's not a good middle space if somebody's already dealing with somebody or, they're going through something. I don't think that is being a good friend in any shape, way, or form. The internet can be a very vicious place. I've been, said mean things about me, but of course, I'm one here talking, so that's what happens. When you dish it out, you have to take it. That's what happens. That's all part of it. If you give your opinion, somebody else can give theirs back. Can I be mad at somebody for making an opinion of me? No, because I state my opinion. That's just how it works. Everybody's got an opinion. They're entitled to it. So my advice to be with you, do your crime stuff. Do whatever floats your boat. I've heard you talk about all these different other people. Maybe that's the community for you. It seems like these older ladies that you showed, they're into drama. That's kind of like their little thing, their little niche in the community. Maybe that's a better thing. And I'm not standing up for Amy, like I said once again, but Amy does not have to respond to your messages. Lickety split. She does have a family. She does have children. And no, like I said, children's. She does have children. And no, and I still feel the same way about Amy. But there becomes a line when somebody's just getting to be a bit much. And I think that you're taking it a little bit far. Amy doesn't know you. You don't know her on the outsides. This is the internet world, the playground as you call it. And I would say she doesn't want to be a part of your playground. Keep the playground with people that want to play, because she doesn't. On that note, you guys, I love you guys very much. I do apologize. I'm like, I've been holding this and didn't even take a drink. I do apologize for the part 1 and part 2, but Angey, when somebody wants you to leave them alone, and you're replying back and say, hey, well, I'm going to expose you because you're not answering me quick enough. That's not how the world works. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes me anything. Nobody owes Amy anything. That's the land of the law, the lay of the law, and that's how it works. Sorry, I don't know if I said that right. What is it? The laws of the land. You guys know what I mean. So I love you guys. I'm going to cut this short. I know it's a lot. And like I said, we're not going to be checking back into this unless something, out of this world freaking happens. This is the page closed. Close the book. Book of Angey Lee. Book of Angry Lee. Closed. Done. A wrap. And Angey, like I said before, don't come over here because I'm not going to play your games. I'm going to ignore you and my people. We're not going to play your game. So don't come in over here thinking it's a new book that you're going to open, because Kaya doesn't play those games. I don't have time for it. I help with my family. I'm not tech savvy. I'm not on other social media. So don't come over here thinking you're going to play games, because we don't stand for that over here. On that note, please hit that, like button. It really helps our little community out. Let me know if you've heard about this. What do you think about this? It's just a lot. So I love you guys. I'll see you later. And for now, Kaya out.